Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
At 50, plant.
54. Are you getting hit? Are you getting hit?
Now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
80 weapon. Hey, zoom.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Ready.
2nd and 9 now. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, high 7.
2nd and 1. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Hurry up, get it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready? 18, Gator. Pilot, 64, Weak.
36. Kill. Jam.
5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, hut. Now the wolf. 50. Mike 50. Man, that's trash. Check 26. Deuce. Put it on. West.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. He's got the first down here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. Given 42 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Here we go.
They'll run with Barber. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Peyton Barber. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 82 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 17-yard line. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Watch the eye. 66. Pull it.
Here's Barber. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Peyton Barber with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Ready, ready. 58. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, order. Lucky. Check 4. Now.
2nd and 11. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Hey, echo. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hey.
And to give this time to the tailback. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there. His guys will get the football back. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll look to throw here. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Check, 59. Squeeze, double. No.
On 3rd down, Grant. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Go! Use your quarters.
He's checking crowd.
Go!
58 for Mike. Watch the flag.
Yes!
Watch the flag.
Snap!
Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check.
2nd and 6. And his throw here is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike's 59.
They'll set up to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Pull it together. Save.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant. They find some open field here. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 3.
5.
Check 43.
2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. The
pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And able to connect with Barrios. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A third down gain of 19.
And the Saints first down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf, General West.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Yo, faster. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. Rose. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
15, 1, 59.
It's now second and 6.
Check it out, check it out.
7-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check. Flag down. Hit it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rose. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Set. 18 Gator. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
Looking to throw. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago, the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've had to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go back to Grant. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got motion, man. Me. I got this. Sponge. No. Alert 3. Check 52. Slam. Check. Hopper.
Now a give, right side. Grant. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. I'm going to lose one. Double time. 4 down. Check.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready. 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go. You go take.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a give, right side. Grant. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Corey Grant, his second touchdown of the afternoon as they have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Back to throw here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Saints.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Right back to him on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And this one is right down the middle. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Back to throw. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike.
Let's go, get set.
Watch the curl.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
61, matchbox right. Hey, Haywood.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They have to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball just a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give right side. Grant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Watch the shit.
On 2nd down, it's Scott. And he gets it down to the 32. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go.
Let's go.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run with Scott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. It's Grant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Corey Grant, 28 yards, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Delta, switch it, switch it. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They will run with Grant. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Atlanta, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.